Step one is to pull this gear off.
Last week, I started rebuilding our generator's water pump. Discovered I didn't have all the parts necessary and attempted some on-the-spot fabrication. Will it work? Let's find out together. I'm Darren. I fix the broken stuff. This is my wife, Crystal. She mixes stuff. These are our dogs, Sammy and Frankie. Together, we've sailed over 10,000 miles on our boat, Too Short. We worked hard to get here, and now we are constantly on the move, making our time here count, because life is too short for just dreaming. We really enjoy sharing our adventure and hope you will join us for the ride. And if you do, don't forget to click that thumbs up and subscribe button. Supposedly, it helps with an algorithm or something.
I got 3 files. We'll try all 3 of them and see which one works best. Start with the one with the handle on it already. Oh, this one looks pretty beat up. Alright. Files are directional. So that means I have to think about, this is going to spin. Right, yeah, so if I go like that, it should work. I don't know, let's see. This is pretty ridiculous, I know. I mean, it's definitely working. Yeah, it's working. Can't believe it's working. Sure I can. I came up with it. Doesn't everybody make custom washers this way? So what I actually did, in the center of this thing, I actually used one of the seals so I would know about how far. It also acted to keep this thing from spinning on there. The old seal that came out of the water pump. So I know that the washer just needs to be slightly smaller than this seal. So it's serving 2 purposes right now. It's giving me like a guide to go on, and it's also keeping this washer from spinning. Can you see it? It's pretty close. And so begins day 2 of the nightmarish water pump overhaul. My washer is made. I smoothed it out with my Dremel and a little sanding wheel, so it actually came out pretty nice. I think it's gonna work. We'll see. Now it's just time to swap the bearings out and put this thing back together. It's a pain in the ass, but it does work.
The cold reality of living on a boat is that you just can't have every tool you're gonna want. I don't have a machine shop on board here. I don't even have some of the most basic tools. Well, I guess by my definition, basic tools. So you gotta get a little bit creative sometimes.
Alright, I know I've offended some people's sensibilities with hammering a bearing on, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. You don't have bearing presses everywhere you go, you know? The C-clamp was too small to get all the way around, and I didn't have any, I C-clamped the first one enough that I knew it was getting on there right. The next one got a little fucking wonky, but I made it work. No big deal, it's fine. Alright. I got the bearing assembly and drive shaft back into the pump, and it's looking pretty good. I'm impressed with myself. So now my custom washer goes in there. What it turns out is it's another one of these mechanical ceramic seals here, and this washer presses against the outside of this seal here, so they go in there like that. So that there's a circlip that goes on the shaft that I showed earlier. The circlip pushes on this washer. This washer pushes on the outside of the ceramic seal. The ceramic seal rides against the other mechanical seal. This is sprung, so it doesn't have to be passing boat. Basically, these little springy seal jobbers here allow you to have imperfect tolerances with the system that you're working with. Otherwise, you'd have to have like absolute perfect machining and everything. You'd have to use shims and all kinds of fancy stuff to make it work, and you'd have to tune every single one. This makes it a little bit more universal. So These are great. I love these things. I was not familiar with these until I rebuilt the pump on the water maker, actually. So, hey, we all learn new tricks. So, my new washer fits in here perfectly. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Silicone grease. I'm gonna check the manual. I don't know if this little O-ring in the ceramic seal goes towards the washer or towards the mechanical thing. I would imagine it's gotta go this way, otherwise that washer could get stuck in this while it spins, because these two spin on each other. I don't know, what do you guys think? Too late, doesn't matter. RTFM. I was unable to find clarification, so I'm taking a guess here. Hopefully I'm right. Because after all this work, that would suck. I'm going with the washer out towards... Well, the washer towards the washer, I guess. Oh, thank you, Sammy. All right. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. What do you guys think? Comment below. Do you say yes, this is going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to explode? Or is it just gonna leak again? What's it gonna be? All right, we're to installing the impeller. Is there a reason I can't install this yet? Now this is a futile act here, because this is all just gonna come off with the salt water, but it helps you when you install it. It serves that purpose. Which way does it go? Doesn't matter.
If there's one thing I've discovered living on a boat, it's that they're built for imperfection. Truly, it's remarkable what you can get away with. That's not to say that you should just half-ass everything you do, but diesel engines and marine parts and systems in general, they're made and designed to be fixed in the most rudimentary and simplistic ways imaginable. You can get away with damn near anything, and things will tend to work. It's very surprising.
Forgot I still need to install this gear. Alright, now how am I going to hold this son of a bitch while I tighten this?
For instance, this gear definitely should have been pressed on, and that nut should have been set with the torque wrench, but I don't have either of those things.
I have the tool for this. Strappy wrenchy thing. I think it's a strap wrench is what it's called. Going over the spline so it doesn't damage the spline. Hold that. This. This guy.
Alright, I do have a torque wrench. I'm just lazy. But if I used a torque wrench, then I'd have to live with knowing that I probably didn't get this tight enough.
Oh yeah. Money. Pretty freaking tight. I'm guaranteeing that's tighter than it was when it was installed the last time, because that shit fell right off. But that might be why it fell apart also.
Come on, you see that braking action in the ratchet handle? Yeah, that's set. That's like, dead on. Did the exact right torque. I'm certain of it. Definitely. Like 100%.
I think that'll do. Alright, time to reinstall. I'm glad it's well lit for you guys, but I'm baking in the sun and that kind of sucks. Anyway, I think it goes this way. Crystal, I think you're gonna go need to get the manual.
Now guys, just to be clear here, I didn't actually look at the manual. I was just doing that to, silence the naysayers.
It's split. Fucking hell, this is split. Oh, God.
Now obviously when working with razor blades, you want to exercise all necessary precautions, and you don't want to cut your— oh shit! Now I assure you, all of these grunts and groans you're hearing are all sighs of relief, and there was absolutely no cursing during this episode. Now let me tell you, there's a lot of things that Leopard does right, and this ergonomically designed generator compartment is high on the list, let me tell you.
There's no way to change out this freaking oil filter without spilling oil all over the freaking place.
Now I promise you, if somebody comes through with the comment, put a little plastic baggie over the oil filter before you pull it off, I'm gonna reach my hand through the screen and slap you! I promise it doesn't work in this situation. I promise.
Had a little time to settle down at the bottom. You gotta fill the oil filter, so you actually want it overfull a little bit right now. And the oil pump starts working, it'll fill the oil filter. So if you haven't changed oil before, that's a good thing to know.
Excuse me.
I think it's time to find out.
My wife clearly didn't have faith in me because she shut it off immediately.
Gotta see if there's water coming out. Well, I am happy to be done with that project. That was a friggin' nightmare, but it worked. That was just tedious, time-consuming, annoying project. Lots of hiccups, but it's done. Persistence. All right, well, it was time to... It's just no way to stop yourself in here, man. I hate this apartment. Come on, you
Do it over this.
son. God damn it, man. I need the big ratchet. Whatever the fuck is the short one, the one with the short
one?
handle. Yep.
I'm a little bit. Darren, you're making me. And I